So, according to what I'm finding, the statute of limitations.
Hi, Tina. I think the major problem that you're facing here with other people is what exactly is the felony charge? They bumped it up to a felony, but nobody knows what the felony charge is. They know what the other charges are, and paying hush money isn't a crime. It's not. Now, if you paid it out of campaign funds, then you got somewhat of a crime. Also, everything that they started, remember, we all knew about this back in 2015, 2016. So the statute of limitations is up. So they couldn't charge him with the original charge. So they're trying to make up a felony charge, or they found somehow a felony charge. But nobody knows what the felony charge is. Because the main thing they're going for is the conspiracy for the election. Okay, to rig the election or stop negative stories coming out for the election. But the problem is, and I went to NewYorkSenate.gov, legislation laws and whatever the law number it is, and it says conspiracy to promote or prevent an election. This is the main thing they're going for. Conspiracy to promote or prevent an election. Any two or more persons to conspire or promote or prevent the election of any person to public office by unlawful means, and which conspiracy is acted upon by one or more of the parties thereto, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. So this is the law in New York State. So what people are asking is, what's the felony? Tax fraud. If you're going for tax fraud, that's a federal thing. It's not a state thing. Unless he's defrauding the state taxes, which we don't know because we don't see Trump's tax returns. And please stop with every president and everybody puts out their tax returns. They do that voluntarily. They don't have to do it. So, you may not like it because everybody else has done it, but he turned around and said, no, I don't want to. You don't need to see it. There's no law that says I have to show it to you. So there you go. I don't know why you would divulge your tax returns anyway. What's the matter with you? Anyway, apparently that's the main thing they're going for, but it's a misdemeanor. So, like I said, what people are asking is, what is a felony? What's the felony charge? And I can't seem to find it. Maybe you can find it. I don't know. But right now, I don't see any felony charge. So there's that. Also, in the sense of why would you want this man to be the president of the United States, you have to remember, start before the pandemic, what he did before the pandemic. Because the pandemic is what killed him. It's what buried him in 2020. You have to ask what was going on before the pandemic hit. People were saving money. I bought a car. I was able to buy, I could afford a car. Forget it now. Forget it. Things just seem to be better under the Trump administration. I'm not saying he's the king of America and said, here you go, prosper. Whatever. The tax cuts were good. I mean, I got back more than I ever did before. So there was that. I mean, when he got elected in 2016, everybody thought the world was going to end. Everything was going to be shot to hell, but here we are. And things are worse now. And you can't deny that it's worse now than it was before. This might be worse than the Obama administration. And that wasn't so hot either. But this, I think, is worse than even that. So because I still believe, and this isn't because it's Fox News or whatever. I don't watch any of that crap. I still believe that because it's inevitable. He's going to kick the shit out of Biden. There is no possible way that Biden wins this election if Trump's there. I'm sorry, it's not. You don't have to listen to polls and everything. You can just watch what's going on. The popularity of the current president is the lowest I've ever seen. And I've been around for Jimmy Carter, okay? But that's the blowback you're getting is what's the felony charge. Nobody knows what the felony charge is, or no one wants to try and understand it. I keep looking for it. I don't know exactly what it is. But if Trump gets acquitted or there's a hung jury or whatever, I forget who that woman is who told people to if you see a MAGA hat, harass them or whatever. She's a Democrat senator, I believe, or a councilwoman. I'm not 100% sure. I forget her name. Maxine Taylor, maybe? I forget her fucking name. But she was on TV saying that we have to prepare for what conservatives are going to do if Trump doesn't get elected. Now, she's just basing it on January 6th. She thinks that there's going to be full-blown riots. People are going to rush fucking state and city capitals and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there going, that's what happened when Trump got elected the first time. People went bat shit. Bat fucking shit. I mean, you have the very, very right wing who started January 6th. But I don't believe that's going to happen if Trump loses the election. I don't. I think people are not going to believe the election results because, let's face it, the visual of this is they have it in for Trump because he's the front runner and he is going to beat Biden. That's the perception. That's the vision everyone sees. They all see it as a political witch hunt. Whether Trump says it or not, you can see it for yourself. They're going after him hard. And more in Georgia, it's starting to fall apart. The documents are starting to fall apart, the classified documents. Now the FBI has admitted that they rigged that. They rigged those pictures. They also said that these documents need to be out of here. They're yours. They're not part of the United States. We don't hold them. You have to take them. So they send a pallet of them to Mar-a-Lago, from what we know. You can research that. That's what I've seen. But a lot of this is falling apart. Just like the Russian collusion fell apart and everything else. If this falls apart like I think it's going to, and Trump wins, I'm more afraid of what the radical left is going to do. Forget about the radical right. Radical right's nuts. But the radical left is just as nuts. And they might riot. Just like I think the radical right would probably riot too. I don't know if to the extent that they would burn down the city. But they would probably be fucking pissed too. So hold on in November. Because no one knows what's going to happen at this point. But right now, I don't see Trump being convicted of anything anywhere. Just my opinion. Booyah. Oh, and congratulations, it's 2 boys.